G'day! Today we are continuing on with New Fest games from Steam and just demos. So we are having a look at Inkulinati today. We've got two options of Academy and New Journey. I don't know which one we are going, but let's go, I guess, New Journey. Let's learn some basics. Godfrey, Chapter 1. The Inculinati masters battle along the margin of medieval manuscripts. This is an encounter with a pack of wild beasts. Your tiny Inculinati will be one to draw your army. Will be the one to draw your army. What happened during the Inculinati? I hope it doesn't keep making me say Inculinati battle. Use living ink to draw your beast. Command your beast to attack enemies. Buff friendly beast to obtain more living ink. This is your tiny Inculinati. They will help you draw your army. The Inculinatis are tiny self-portraits of the real Inculinati masters bending over their manuscripts. They're much bigger than their tiny representations. Just wait till you see their hands. Draw a beast in the field. Choose your tiny Inculinati. The archers mark your drawing range. Green archers mark fields where actions can be performed. Purple archers are fields in range where an action can't be performed, e.g. if that field is already occupied by a beast. The cost of every beast is shown in the drop icon next to its portrait. Okay. So if I say... So that's going to cost me time. How much time do I have? Because I assume I want to build, say, a dog. So if we put our dog, get in there and we draw our dog, Little John. Usually drawn beasts are drowsy, so they have to take a nap, meaning they won't be able to act in this chapter. When all beasts and tiny Inculinati take a nap, new chapter will begin, waking everyone up. Inculinati masters take turns, moving their beasts one at a time. Let your tiny take a nap now and await the next chapter. Can I get him to move? Take this action immediately if there's a beast on its field. Take this action immediately if there was a beast on this field. Oh, okay. Take this action immediately if there's a beast. This means the beast is in range, but you cannot take this action. You cannot push a praying beast even if it's in range. Well, I just wanted to move forward to this guy. So I figure I want to sort of advance, right? And then I can build another dog. Jeffrey. Chapter 2. Ooh. Moving a beast into the green field will not end its turn. It can still take an action. Once the beast has moved, you cannot switch to a different one. Moving a beast into a yellow field, spirit range, or taking action without any movement will force the beast to take a nap. Beast can still take an action after moving in its range. Beast will take a nap at the end of their turn after moving its range. You can hover over any beast to view their movement and action range. Well, can I start with this guy? Alright, so if we say we move him to there, if you're close to an enemy, choose to attack. Actions target the enemy and confirm it. Swords only attack adjacent fields. If your target is on an adjacent field, move your beast again to attack. Alright, so if we go attack. Once you confirm your target, you'll see a moving arrow. If you stop the arrow in the attack zone, your beast will deal the amount of damage drawn. If you stop the arrow on the skull of the enemy, beast will be killed. You have a few seconds to stop the arrow. When the time runs out, the arrow will stop randomly. Once you've confirmed your target, you'll see a moving arrow. If you stop the arrow in the attack zone, beast will deal the amount of damage drawn. If you stop the arrow on the skull, the enemy beast will be killed. If you have a few seconds. Okay. Oh, back to sleep. God. Dirty. Alright, Little John. Oh. What about you, Jeffrey? What do you want to do? I mean, Jeffrey can move all the way, like, over here. Jeffrey? Godfrey. Godfrey can move all the way over here, I guess, if he wants to. Is that saying? Move. No, it should just be saying those ones, but I don't know what this... I don't get what that bottom bit's showing me. We can just take a nap. Oh, Jeffrey's suffering. In addition to drawing beasts, the tiny Inculinati has a secret weapon, hand actions. Unlike other beasts, the tiny Inculinati can perform any number of available actions during their turn. I'm going to call him Inky from here out. Select the tiny Inky, then choose the SWAT action and target an enemy. If the target is out of range, you can move your tiny closer with another hand action. To select a different beast, hover over it, select it. Remember, you can only do this if you haven't already performed an action. So if I click on him and then I do his SWAT and then I say SWAT this dude. Some hand actions have a cooldown. This means that once you use them, you can't use them again for a certain number of chapters. The number by the hourglass icon shows how many chapters remain before the cooldown ends. Time for a nap. I'm sure you can handle your enemies on your own. Wake me up when you're done. Alright, so that guy's done. This beast has already moved. I can't move him again. Alright, so then we can just say attack. It's like no matter what, he's gonna... I smashed you like a baby. Accept the loss, but not your superiority. Choose between move left or move right. The selected beast friend will be moved onto the first unoccupied field. If the chosen direction no occupied field, too bad. That means the beast will fall to the abyss and die. Deadliest Inky technique. Beasts will be pushed into the first unoccupied field. What does pushing do? Push an enemy into the abyss or the apocalyptic fire to kill them instantly. You can push using your beast or your tiny Inky. You can push battlefield elements to foil your opponent's plans. Alright, so... Right, so it's just saying that's what that like line of things was saying, that if I pushed one way, it would... that's what the ripple effect would be. It's what all that other stuff I was saying. Got it. Alright, here we go. Time for a real battle. Welcome our future champion of something. It's just a book sort of going on. Two Masters of Living Ink. Inkies will duel on the margin of an ancient manuscript. This is your entry exam. You'll be playing as Godfrey in the duel against Hildegard, the Holy Church Reformer. The tiny Inky is a unique beast. Unlike the others, they cannot walk in their own. You need to push their tiny friend in order for them to move. In order to win an Inky duel, you must destroy your opponent's tiny Inky. To do so, either reduce their health to 0 or push it to the abyss or the fire of the apocalypse. You can see how much living ink each Inky currently has. Keep an eye on it. So 12 and 9. Right. Got it. Next. Good range for a dog. Pretty fragile for a dog. Bow can attack range field of... Okay, so let's go... Sword attacks deal most damage. They can only target adjacent fields. Spear attacks 2 fields away. They have the longest range. Bow attacks hit up to 6 fields away, except the adjacent one. Space shoots bow. Lowest amount of health, however. Alright, so let's put him there. We'll try and keep him safe at the back. He's a very good boy. Let's go out front. Now that's my ink basically done. I've got 1 left. So if I say move right, here, then it's going to push everyone. That's definitely not what I meant to do. Left. This guy. Oh, that was a weird. I thought that what I was going to do was push myself to the push everyone along one. Alright. Can my dude hit them from there? You can collect living ink by standing on an ink blot. You'll receive 3 drops of living ink for each beast standing on an ink blot at the end of a chapter. Alright, so move him 1. And then let's do some damage. Oh, he's going straight to business. Alright, so let's go standard hit. Oh, it looks like he's done for anyway. And we'll move our mate. Alright, so I just press on him to nudge him 1 spot. We gain some ink. Gives us a bigger advantage. She's still got 6. And switch between your active beasts by pressing the sign keys. If you're playing with the mouse, you may also switch by clicking on a beast you wish to use. After either moving or using an action, you cannot switch to another beast. Yeah, got it. Alright, so he can even hit her. Maybe let's just start in a real fight. We'll move him to there. Let's just make him unpushable. Now, praying will cause the beast to execute a more powerful attack on its next move. Praying beasts are unpushable until their next turn, meaning they can't be thrown into the abyss. Alright, so we can get another guy going yet, but we won't do that just yet. We'll just keep moving Godfrey along. Gain our extra ink. Right, so the apocalyptic fire, I guess, sort of forces the game to become a smaller field. This is the beginning of the end of the battle. At first, you'll see the fields that are going to be affected by the apocalypse in the next chapter. Everything, including your tiny Inky, that remains in that fire field will be destroyed. If your tiny Inky ends up in a field of apocalypse fire, push them off to save them. Similarly, you can push the enemy tiny into the fire to watch them perish. Kill the enemy Inky with attacks, push them out of the battlefield, or let the apocalypse get them. You'll be victorious. Okay, so get this guy to sort of keep picking the fight. And we'll get old mate here to an almighty cleave. And we will ride in another dog. And we will tell that dog to get pushed sort of forward. Well, so he can also hit the Inky at the end. Alright, so interesting. The icon on the top of the screen switches hints on and off. Yeah. Let's let the guy that started this thing finish it. Now you see that I'm the greatest Inky master of all time. Have I forgotten about Actus is something on the eve of the battle? Oh, how could you forget? Congratulations, outstanding, you've made to the academy. You can continue practicing in the academy or take your final exam and set off. Let's jump into a new journey. How would you rate your skill? I'm going to say normal. What sort of choices do we have? Crazy. I'm just going to call it Inky. Beasts, we want rabbits, we want dogs. Let's go the dogs. Gotten fond of them. Talents, yep, high-fiving. Next. Today you'll pass your final exam, become an Inky Master, and then set off on your Inky journey. You still have to face a Wild Beast encounter before you can take the exam, though. Alright, just select the Wild Beast encounter icon. Tiny Inky versus Wild Beast. Encounters are marked with the sword and quill icon. The enemy Tiny Inky is not present on this type of battle. Once you enter the location, you cannot leave it, so choose carefully. Alright, so this guy. Saying this is what I'm up against. Can I bring... Or is it just that... Oh, sorry, they were saying they don't have an Inky, so I have the ability to add more Inkies. Spot a beast or an element you haven't seen before. Use hints. Please assign button. Toggle hints. Turn them on and off. Hover over the battlefield. Please assign button instructions. Okay, so this guy is the cheap one. I have 12. So I feel like initially I want to just sort of bring in 2 dogs to be guard dogs and stand on ink. I just push him, can I? What about swat? Can I swat him? No, nothing. Alright. It's alright. Let's take a nap. Alright, so I did see that the collecting ink in wild encounters is important too. For every 12 drops of living ink drained, you'll receive a special bonus. All your beasts will regain some health and obtain positive status effects. Alright. So let's start with this guy. We'll walk him one there, and then we'll give this guy a big old hit. See, I'm sitting on an ink spot too. Alright, we'll move this guy here, and we'll also play into this guy. Ah. Got 11. So let's bring in an archer. Clapping does make me feel better about my choices. Alright, so we're back to 12 again too. Ink shower. Alright, so let's just knock these 2 guys out of it. Alright, easy enough that one. Alright, your health regenerates a little after every battle and by now many points. You may ask, like I said at the beginning, that depends on your difficulty. I don't really. Overboard, continue. Oh, I'm actually having to answer questions. Wrong. The higher the boredom, the more ink costs. Okay. Bad answer. That one. Alright. Got it. Got it. Alright, another jewel in here. Door upstairs. Sometimes your beast will need to move up or down a level on the battlefield. Non-flying beasts can use ladders to go up and down. Flying beasts don't need to. Sometimes use beast actions, even attack enemies on different levels. Not with a sword though. Check out the action range. Okay, so that sounds like what we really want to do is get some archers in here. Bring in Thumper. Oh, they're more expensive. All of my guys at the top are standing on ink though, so I'm reluctant to make any more moves. I move. I tell him to go forward. Get that ink as well. Alright, let's take a nap. Alright, can he attack down or does he have to actually move down? Get him down here. This guy, piece of his mind. Crafty. You can steer your eyes around. Some call it a camera, but we haven't created one yet. Yeah, okay. Alright, Thumper, can you knock this guy out? Thank you, Thumper. Oh, they're going for the jugular. Over there. And we'll let him pushable. I can't move to there. Can I select her and move her left? Explain this to me? Right. Good. So then I can tell old mate. Firstly, we can put Archer in here as well, just to block this guy being able to get over. And we can select. Already moved. Ah, okay. One, and then we'll see if we can land a death shot here. Ah. Got a pike so she can stab through, get inky. I guess just sort of wait there. Plus he can walk through. Get you to push him off. Hopefully one of you archers can see way down there, so I'll get you to move over there to where the ink is. Take a shot at that guy. Did you know attack an anointed beast, a bishop I presume, have a dark halo above their head? Your beast will now take double damage from the anointed unless it prays or obtains a light halo. He hit that far? Yeah. That is a hardy cat though. Oh, full health again. Gets first turn. Poor puppy. Alright, let's land some shots. And we will bring in another one. I would imagine the cat in the bottom is probably going to move closer, so the archers should be able to all hit him. Alright, well let's move to the other side of the cat and then just wail on him a bit. All my guys are going to be suffering consequences of this bishop. Taste of victory. There we go. All right, well, probably say that's the amount of time we give these guys. So far good. I think it's one that at the moment I'm still sort of just learning the rules of, but I'm sort of got the sense of it. Not bad. I don't mind it. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. If there's any other games from Next Fest that you reckon I'd enjoy having a look at, let me know. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.